Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 72 of Kenshi. So last episode I had Janes and Ron heading into Mongrel. Gotta figure out who the slower one is. I guess it's Janes. Heading into Mongrel to possibly buy a jetay, but I'm probably honestly going to end up just crafting them just with anyone but Molly, more or less. And then the rest of everyone was heading into Kaiten to turn in Savant. And I think we were following Ruka because she had a bum leg. And I'm going to actually escort watch these guys because... oh, that is a big thing nest right there. Because there are a lot of big things around. Case and point. I am right now in the rib cage of some giant animal. It'd actually be pretty cool if this metal debris wasn't here. It'd be a pretty cool place for a base, truth be told. To live inside bones. Oh. More beak things and skin spiders. Threading the needle between the two. Now, I did receive some tips. Let me load those up right now. Hadn't done my homework. I hadn't grabbed my tips first. Normally I do. Alright, so Ruka just going to beeline to the police station. We'll check out what their vendors have. But Sean Dunleavy mentioned that if I had Molly here... Ms. Molly, with her katana in the first slot and some other weapon in the second slot, she won't hold on to the Frag Axes. Don't come any further, traveler. You know what? Oops. No, I don't want to talk to you with Molly. That was a mistake. What's their beef? What is your beef? Why is the gay sergeant giving me a hard time? Where'd he go? Oh, here he is. Alright, Gate Sergeant. Oh, they're trying to, I see. Check my stuff? Yeah, go ahead. What a lazy guard. He's like, why do you have so many bags? And then he's like, alright, oh, whatever. Just go through. Yeah, I have so many bags because I bag a lot of enemies. And then I fill up on their stuff. So if I recall correctly, yep. Bird is carrying Savant. Savant's going to get turned in for being the horrible skinning a-hole that he is. And then we still have a ton of stuff to sell. So I'll try to dump as much of my stuff as I can offload it all. But alas, they're not really going to be able to afford that much. Because I have so much stuff. Well, here's a weapon vendor. I don't think I'm going to... I mean, maybe I'll find a prototype jetay. But I doubt it. Heavy jetays, heavy jetays. I want a normal one. Here's a normal one. But it is Cat 2, Cat 1, Cat 1, Cat 2. Yeah, I'm not going to find horrible ones here. That's okay. I make my money and I leave. Now, Kaiten's manufacturer is the Scrapmasters. What you should read into that is basically our weapons suck. Or at least that's my understanding. I think the Scrapmaster weapons are like maybe higher blunt than normal or heavier than normal. But I wouldn't... Oh, a spring bat that I did not know how to make. And they have a few long bolts. Oh, right, and then I can sell them stuff. Correct. And that might... Oh, there's animal teeth. And these bolts I'm not going to use. Okay, that might be just about everything I have on me that I don't need to carry around. So the next thing is, do I heal up or just run home? I know Ruka is wounded a little bit. Maybe I'll have a quick rest. A really brief, quick rest. I just need to find the bar. Here it is. Oh, and let's check out the general shop. What is this over here? Another bar. They sure like their bars. Let's do business. You've got basically nothing I'm after. And they're talking about the Skin Eater, Savant. Hello, barman. Okay, I shouldn't talk to the barman with 20 people at once. That does not work so well. Alright, anyone with significant injuries, let's have a quick rest. There's some Empire peasants that are taking some of the beds. Oh, that bed can't even path to. Come on, Silver Shade. Climb the really? You are a prince. You do not know how to stairs work? There we go. Okay, and he also doesn't know how to bed works. Whatever. As long as everyone's taking a little bit of nap, I don't mind shelling out a little bit of money so that everyone can heal up. Oh no, this bit is pathable. Okay. So everyone that I think is wounded by a little bit or whatever is now resting up, so I can focus less on them. Janes and Ron already made it all the way into Mongrel. That right click was awesome. I had them run all the way straight into Mongrel. Right outside the Shinobi Thieves. 2 big backpacks. Perfect. Something I'm always after. I'm not going to sell them anything because I'd like to make more than $1. I say that because the Shinobi Thieves buy... They sell at a discount, buy at a discount. Or buy at a markup or, I don't know, a penalty of sorts. Alright, Mr. Janes, we have some clothing to sell, and they have armor plating to buy. I'm buying the armor plating because I know I have to make a lot of plate jackets. And while we're out here, I'm going to check their weaponsmith to see if they have crummy Jete weapons. Here they are. And I'll check their other Snail House general store for the same reason. Not for the Jete weapons, but for like armor plating or whatnot. I keep talking with both of them. No, there's nothing. There's no Jetes there. I'll probably end up just crafting them, and that's fine. If I craft them, I'll get really crummy prototype ones, and that's exactly what I want. Alright, Jane's... Really, you're that encumbered? Alright, give your core to Ron. Ron, you're moving at 19. Can we speed this up? 22. They're both moving at 22. I'm going to have them both run flat out back home. And they immediately go aimless. Yes. Okay, there we go. So what I think I'm going to do is have Molly crank out the rest of the frag axes because I've seen... Oh, and of course she puts her own katana away? Yeah, that doesn't really work, does it? Alright, whatever. She'll have a frag axe on her. It's not the end of the world. Oh, wait. Good, you haven't even left. I wanted to run to the robotics to see if there's more robo parts now that I have that peeler. Masterwork stealth leg. I don't care about stealth that much, but a scout leg, yes. Another scout leg, yes. Cool. They have a bunch of stealth legs and thief arms. I can see this guy specializes in the theft craft. Regular skeleton arms, thief arm. That's kind of a bummer. I mean, they did have a lot of good stuff. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of it was thief stuff. But a few scout legs are going to be great. What I plan on doing at the end of this episode is hooking Beep up with some real robotics. And why Beep? Because his dialogue changes when he becomes Robo Beep. Oh, there was a prince here? I mean, I'm not really in need of sparring partners, but I didn't realize there'd be a prince this close to the foothills. Alright, Jane slowed down a little bit because he is carrying the robotics on him. Alright, so Shrike is just cranking out these white plate jackets with all of the armor plating that I have. And I'm just hoping that she procs her specialty and ends up getting a bunch of masterwork ones. I also need to fix this prisoner situation here, obviously. But I'm going to wait until my raiders are home. Speaking of that, let's... Seto is now the slowest at 21. Seto and Agnew. Okay. I don't even need to look at them. I'll just order them straight here. And then just sort of watch. As long as they don't run through stack or something like that, I should be fine. Oh, someone got stuck. Okay, everyone's unstuck. Everyone follows Seto. And Seto run to here. I really don't want to go through the swamps, though, if I can help it. So I'm going to go north. If I go through the swamps, I'm going to have to probably pay attention to where I'm running because I don't want to go underwater and be eaten by spiders. So forget that. Ron and James are almost home. And these guys are all moving together, going north. The burning forest won't be great to travel through. What do I have here? Oh, a big old swarm that James has to run through. He could take it. Ron is excited about such a swarm, so let's go and equip Ron up with gear again. Drop these giant backpacks off. The Jenny Core 2, get rid of. Grab us a Frag Axe. Go have some fun. Alright, Ron. Ron and Pingu. Janes, you keep running here. You're a little encumbered. Not close enough yet. So I have 2 right scout, 2 left scout, which is great. And then I have a steady arm for left. So I could, with these robotics, hypothetically, I could turn 2 people into robos as long as a steady arm was okay. I could give that to green, definitely. All right, Jane's dumped the rest of this stuff off. switch weapons because I want you to train up. So one thing I noticed is even if we're not necessarily encumbered, as you can see, Ron's strength training is 110%. So my thoughts were just to get a bunch of frag axes on everyone that I want to train strength on and just have them go ham on fog for training. That's probably the fastest way to train up everyone. And not all that exploitative or cheesy either. To be honest. You know, because I'd be fighting legitimately, just using the mechanics that are in the game to fight. To build up the most amount of strength. Guts style. If you catch my drift. What do you do? Oh, there was one on the roof. Oh, they were fighting over food. It was a food fight. So I'm going to have Janes and Ron heal up a little bit. And then get right back at it, smushing the fog for strength training. In fact, given that I'm probably going to need more weapon storage, so I'm going to plop in another weapon cabinet. I'll plop it in right next to Molly. You know what? No, I'm not going to. I'm never going to remember it's out there. It's getting a little cramped in here, but I think I can put one in here. Because the frag axes that I'm making are going to take up too much room. Especially if I make a frag axe for everyone. Who's on the harpoons? One of the holy guardian, 100 guardians hopped on the harpoons? That's cool. I didn't realize that was a thing. Oh, you're chosen, all right. Chosen to die. I see you out of the corner of my eye. Goodbye. Sorry about all the rhymes. Checking in on our return trip. We ought to be... Great. Are you all swimming? Please don't be swimming. Why would you be swimming? That makes no sense. Alright. This group needs... Oh, and there's a big thing nest right next door. We all split up incredibly, and there seems to be big things between me and them. Also, Seto got her leg wounded, and it's bleeding. Oh, everyone's bleeding. Cool. This return trip has been so successful. Yeah, they split pretty hard. These big things look like they're fighting a bone dog or something. I don't know exactly what they're fighting, but as long as they're leaving me alone. Alright, so Seto's now slower because she decided to take a shortcut. And now, to pay attention to them a little bit and thread the needle and not run into a giant nest of beak things, which seems to be blocking the road here. It's not to say I couldn't take them all out, but then I'd need to heal and it would take some time, and forget that noise. So I have a feeling like I really need to watch escort these guys as they broke formation and started swimming pointlessly the last time I did not look at them. So I don't have a whole lot of trust that they'll path correctly. Oh, Scrawny Raid moving towards Rhadamant. That's cool. I still have 100 Guardian there. I still have my mercenaries hired. I have Janes and Ron ready to slay large groups with their frag axes. So, not really a high worry of mine. Again, Seto freezes. Come on. Keep moving. She's screaming about spiders, but I don't see any. Oh no, I'm being chased by some. Who's chased? Blood spiders, yep. If you don't see them, they're probably blood spiders. Blood spiders are pretty small. Gotta check back on the homesteaders. Janes was trying to splat, burn some corpses, and this... Alright, that Cannibal Raid is kind of far out. I'll focus back on it in a few minutes when it gets closer. For now, I'd like to watch Seto, making sure that we don't swim or run into a big swarm of big things. Okay, now we're in Shem. And I might take this northern swamp shortcut. As long as I'm watching, they probably won't. Oh, alright, I have to look back again. Jobs off. People out front. Pinguron and Janes. Janes, you over here. Are you holding a body that you... Nope, you're not holding a body that you think you're holding. Alright, so the mercs are here. Yeah. Meat, blah, blah, blah. I know the drill. This is a lot of cannibals. Guys, could you attack? What you all doing? There we go. I am crushing cannibals. Really? Really? You are just the worst. I hate paladins. Did I cut his leg off? I really hope I did. Yeah, I did. Well. Big old Cannibal Raid, big old dead raid. Shrike did get wounded. Chung, you're fine. Molly, you're more or less fine. Okay, everyone's fine. Wow, these raids really don't... I mean, I know I have some 100 Guardians and some Mercs, but these raids are nothing to me now. Uh-oh. They busted the gate open. I don't know where Ponk or Screamer are. That happened probably mid-raid. A bunch of cannibals rushed it. They did leave the super encumbered Berserker, but presumably Ponk and Screamer are heading back to the Tower of Agony, and there's nothing I could do about that anymore. Alright, Mr. Chung, I guess we will keep one Berserker. That's a bummer. That's disappointing. I did make those guys nightmares. Looting him, he is still encumbered, fed, etc. Alright, Chung, you can go back to what you're doing. Bummer. You'd think Ponk and Screamer would have picked a fight. I don't think I see them in this pile of cannibal corpses, though. What is going on? What are you, like, possessed? Is there only Zool? Yeah, Ponk and Screamer must have just booked it. So I definitely don't see evidence that they got downed or anything. Only that one encumbered berserker was left. Oh well. As long as they didn't turn on my dudes, I guess I'm okay. It could have been a lot worse, you know? It could have been, Oh, here's their little war leader. It could have been, Punk and Screamer taking their retribution out on me. I don't think that was likely to happen, but possible, yes. Okay, so we have some of the frag axes we're going to want. We're getting targeted with the raiders. We're in the swamp, so it definitely... Ooh, we're getting nipped by spiders and stuff. And split up. So everyone unsplit, regroup, and figure out what's biting me. Oh, you know what? It's actually probably... Oh, some banded bones. Alright, Mew. You can't take them out on your own. Here we go. Here's Rhadamant. Oh, even Rhadamant goes down. Don't get split up, guys. Stick together. Alright, so even Mew's back up, albeit wounded. And I have a bunch of banded bones. I could take him as prisoner, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Checking the speed. Seto is still indeed the slowest. So Seto, take us homebound. And try not to path somewhere where they all get split up. That'd be awesome. So once we're out of the swamp, we can probably just beeline for Roddenhall, more or less. I want to avoid running through stack. I'm not ready for that kind of raid just yet. Soon, absolutely, but maybe not half-cocked. You know what I mean? Alright, Janes, let's put your... Janes and Ron, put your jobs back on. Throwing out the bodies. So every now and then they get stuck in this gully. I better watch for that. This canyon. Whatever it is. No, looks pretty good. At this point, we're just moving through really, really safe territory, so as long as they don't all get split up, they ought to be fine. You definitely have work to do. These two clowns. All these cannibals can't all be unconscious. Yeah, some of them are dead. See? Pick them up. And what are you going to do with the body? Throw them out. Yeah. I wonder why corpse hauling gets bugged out so often. Maybe it's really just the sort of one person to a furnace issue. That's probably it. But even then, James seems to have a very hard time grasping the concept that he should dispose of corpses. Oh boy, there's one on my roof. Oh, please tell me we can reach him. We can't reach him? You're joking. Well, he'll probably despawn when I start up the next episode, so I'm not going to worry too much. There's such a wide variety of dead people in my outpost here. It's kind of fascinating. Let me see. Oh, no, it's not mesh data. I was curious if we weren't finding them because of mesh data. All right, Ron, you are going to be set to item furnace. There is plenty of limbs around. And Jane's on corpse furnace. What I might want to do is, let's see, the furnaces are crafting? I forget where the furnaces are. I should make a skeleton limb and robotics bench, but I don't think I really have very much research on that unlocked yet. I kind of forget the progress of my research. Where would this be? It's not buildings. Yeah, I think it's in crafting. Or, no, it might be in power, even though it doesn't generate power. Yep, corpse furnace. All right, let's try to make a corpse furnace out here, then. Just requires 8 iron plates, and it might speed up the process to burn the bodies roughly where they drop. Our raiders do not look like they're moving. There they go. What is Molly doing? You're operating machine. But are you? Where are you going? Oh, she's set to engineer. You know what? Just weaponsmith. This is dreadfully inefficient because we just add 1 bar and then we engineer it. Add 1 more plate or whatever. Not bar, but plate. Oh, because we're out of plates? Wow. Yeah, making all those frag axes, I can see why we're out of plates. All right, when the item furnace is done, we'll corpse furnace. Let's try to use this corpse furnace. See if it makes any difference. Unfortunately, the interaction spot is on the wrong side, but if I keep telling Janes to go back towards the corpses, he does it. But yeah, there's something... Oh, that's a lot of mesh data. And that still probably won't make any semblance of a difference. Raiders, you are getting close. Good. Bye-bye, Mercs. Okay, I think all the limbs are tidied up. I'm just trying to make it so they don't have all these bodies everywhere. Just a personal preference of not having corpses stacked up at my gate. Just doesn't make my home look all that regal. Dreadful, sure, but regal not so much. Great. These guys are making more corpses, but everyone else is home, so that's cool. I definitely need some R&R before I go back out, so I'm going to have some mandatory rest here. Even on the ones that aren't wounded. Really? You come and attack my base now? Oh, how this is such a bad idea, Fog. It's kind of funny. They wait until my main army is home. It's like, no. Really, really bad idea. But hey, I'll profit off of it. Just kind of wish I wasn't going to generate more corpses. But actually, if I strike out and try to stop them before they get here... Oh no, they already arrived. Just an ocean of green numbers. Yeah. That was probably the quickest raid in raid history. All the rangers decided not even to move. They just stood around. Now, it looks like Ron and James is actually they're corpse incinerating properly now. I don't know what difference it made, but that's cool. Molly's still working on the surplus of Frag Axes so that we can do mass person strength training. So I'm excited about that. I think Sadniel, Burn, and Weekay, I think a lot of people could benefit from that. So what I'm going to do is... How many do I have? I have Ron and Janes. We're still fighting. And then let's put weapons away and grab a Frag Axe. I have a lot of really amazing weapons that I'm just kind of like dropping away, like a bunch of Meito weapons. But I need to do some strength training, and I know it's fastest. I wish they all had their own like personal locker box. That'd be pretty cool. Burn. Look, they're all Meito. I don't feel like I've really been chasing all the Meito weapons, but clearly I have, because I have a decent surplus of Meito now. And Seto. Yeah, I'll even put the Polycross away, because it's not quite as heavy as a Frag Axe. Alright, so all of you guys... Agnew still has the Exile Plank, which is pretty heavy. What I'm going to do is set the squad up so that Plan gets booted out, Stubbs gets booted out, just to make room for Janes and Ron. Because at the moment, this is all the Frag Axes I have. So these guys all have Frag Axes as far as I know. And we're going to do some strength training on them just by... Turn jobs off. By picking a fight with Fog. I think that's probably the easiest, fastest way to do it. Agnew, when you fight, you strength train at 89%. Everyone else should be at 110. If I've calculated everything correctly. So yeah, 110, 110, 10, 10, 10. Yep. Oh, not Ron, but he's actually currently not fighting, so. There we go. They're all strength training at 110%. So all I really need to do is find enough fog to swing my weapons at, and it is pretty awesome strength training. All right, you little fog jerks. Who you had tied up down here? Oop, bye-bye, Prince. I like how Pingu joined. You weren't really invited, Pingu. Like, no offense, but we don't need you. I should have probably included Beep on this strength training, but, oh well. Is there not enough fog for us to defeat? Who are you? One of the mercs maybe I hired? Alright, I'll just start chasing the red dots. Oh, yep, there's definitely something going on over here. Some ritual. They're dancing with the princes. This is definitely the most fun strength training I could think of. Yep, there are some old mercs. Next thing I want to do, given that this episode is coming to a close in just moments, who's screaming protect me? Oh, protection you shall be granted. What? Yeah, a skeleton beat you up. Granted, it wasn't that fair of a fight, but I don't really care. You guys are xenophobic idiots. Beep. Something terrible and wonderful is going to happen to you, Beep. I don't think you can actually put yourself in there on purpose, but I'm going to. Sorry, Beep. So, Beep is in the peeler machine because I am going to make Beep a little bit of robot. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see, I am healing him as his limbs take damage so that he doesn't die from blood loss. This is probably the way to do it. I also stripped him naked because I think it... I'm not certain about it, but it might do damage to armor. Looks like you're about to shoot Beep. And once his limbs reach -75, he'll lose them, and I'll replace them with robotics. Chung, it's really not a good time for you to walk away from Beep here. Alright, let's slow time down. And 4 more hit points. Done. Alright, now Beep is done. So I'm going to pick him up. Put him in the bed. He is crippled, sure, but fine. Crippled is exactly what I wanted him to be. For now. And let's go get him 2 scout legs, a lifter right, and a lifter left. He is gonna be a beast. Alright, Beep, let's open your limbs and hang on a minute. There we go. He's also going to be super fast, which is going to be hilarious. So Beep now moves at, well, that's not accurate because he hasn't recovered yet. Yeah, he moves at 55 miles an hour. And he's going to, yeah, that's awesome. Who's holding the corpse? Probably Jane's, right? All right, Beep, you can definitely rest up a little bit more. And then all the other people that currently don't have big weapons, just take a minute. And all the ones with frag axes, I'm going to send back out while Beep heals up. Stubbs, you can sleep too. Well, guys, I guess that's all the time I have for this episode. But Robo Beep is ready. I'm going to be interested in seeing how fast and strong he can be. One of the huge benefits to having scout stuff is now, as you can see, his limbs have a lot higher durability than they did before. And let's put his armor back on. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool to have Robo Beep. And I think his dialogue will change with Agnew at this point. If you have any tips, tricks, ideas for this series, or just questions in general about how and why I do things, drop me a line. And I do hope that you tune in next time. So thank you all for tuning in, and I'll catch you all later. Adios.